that's $1 million question, and thankfully it's not $1 million answer, right? So the answer is a lot less than what you think. So as I mentioned, costs are dramatically coming down. Now, we've been in this business for a dozen years or so, a little bit more actually. We started in September of 2008, and it's been 13 years now. So, but when we started off, the cost of these primitive, or what is seemingly primitive today, algorithms and systems were exorbitantly high, and the affordability was also out of the question. And there is a number of factors that are just driving, and just like anything else, it's volumes, right? So if you produce, and if you have a demand for huge volumes, you're naturally going to drop the price with the loss of economics, when the laws of scale that come in the favor. And that's happened with vision systems as well. So there's robots, which are material handling automation, conveyors, and all those things are dramatically coming down. The cost of cameras have dropped, by almost 1/10, because they used to cost lakhs of rupees, in dollar terms, thousands of dollars, and they're now coming down to hundreds of dollars, tens of thousands of rupees, and they're going to come down even further. And software as capabilities, because of computers being very advanced and being very capable, those prices, as well have dramatically reduced. So the only part of it which was software, which was very specialized software, was the biggest cost. And it wasn't just the software, but the engineering services, because everything was very customized, and the effort to develop these solutions is extremely high, because everything needed these rule-based complex programming and rule-based solutions. Now, with simple example-based teaching with AI, all these things are starting to dramatically drop. Now, to put some numbers into perspective, right? So we've done systems as part of Qualitas, and as low as a couple of $1,000s when it comes to just the software. And they can be as high when you add these things up with material handling and all that. It can go up to even, a couple of $100,000. But, if you look at just the software alone, which, we are doing, and we are also offering software inspection as a service, and, AI-based inspection as a service, which is, as low as a couple of $1,000s a year, right? Which can easily replace a human labor and do it at a much faster and a more accurate pace. So, things are getting a lot more affordable than one thinks. It's just that you need the other elements of this to come into place. So if you already have a mature automated assembly line and things are moving in front of the camera, and you just have a simple inspection problem which requires one camera, then you can deploy these and have this automated in a few weeks, not even a few months, which earlier was the case. Do it at $10,000 or maybe $15,000, less than that total cost of ownership across 3 years. So things are getting affordable, and if you're not looking into this, you're missing out. And of course, it's a lot more lucrative in these high labor cost countries, but it's very affordable in India as well. And people are starting to look at this very seriously.
So is your $10,000 to $15,000 estimate, does that include all three pieces of the solution or just the software?
No, it's all three, a complete solution, total cost of ownership across,
very enticing.
In that range. So one could have a very robust system at something like that, and replace maybe 2 humans and get ROI back within a couple of years, within less than a year, in fact.